Hello everyone, Thijs here again, and this time with a special video. I want to make a video about a Blizzard announcement that they just did for Hearthstone 2017, and it's gonna be the year of Mammoth, where we had this year the year of Kraken. We will now this year, or where we had last year the year of Kraken. This year it will be the year of the Mammoth, and there are quite some cool changes incoming that I'm really excited about. And I want to pick the major changes to talk a little shortly about that. As I already said, it will be the year of Mammoth. What will be another standard format mode. But there will be changes happening. As we already, most of the people know, this year there will be the three major expansions: Blackrock Mountain, the Grand Tournament, and the League of Explorers. They will all rotate to Wild. And for that we will get, during the year, 3 new expansions. And that is already a big change. Last year we had adventures and expansions, but this year, what is one of the main announcements also, where I will come later to, we will get 3 really big expansions, and that's definitely a thing that I'm super excited about, since it will be a really rotating way more cards in the game. That might be really cool. But first, what is also coming is there will be cards from the basic set will be rotating to Wild. So some of the cards that are now just out of the basic set are gonna rotate to Wild. And which cards are that gonna be? The first card will be Azure Drake. Azure Drake has always been a strong classic card. It definitely, I think, is a good decision to remove Azure Drake to Wild. Why do I think Azure Drake is a good decision? Because it might not look like the obvious one. Azure Drake was always an 5 mana card that was really it left a lot of design space, I think, out, but it was also because Azure Drake was there as a 5 mana card. A lot of 5 mana cards never saw really play. There were a lot of 5 mana cards that I think were really cool concepts that were definitely also not bad at all, but because there was Azure Drake and because of the meta was really aggressive, Azure Drake was always the standard inclusion. More cards, Sylvanas. Sylvanas I have a little double feeling about, because it's one of my favorite cards personally. And I always enjoy playing with Sylvanas, enjoying Sylvanas. I think it's really giving a lot of good RNG, but I can totally see that switching around the sets, you don't want always the same thing. Sylvanas is around for a really long time already, and I'm just a little bit, I really think Sylvanas was always a great card. It had some buff and nerfs. It even was 5 mana before, then it get nerfed to 6 mana, and now it will go out of the standard set, going to Wild. Same for Ragnaros the Fire Lord, guys. Ragnaros the Fire Lord, definitely an exciting legendary that we always had. It had some some double feelings in the pro scene, Ragnaros, but yeah, the Fire Lord, guys, he will be also getting removed and going to Wild. Power Overwhelming will be going to Wild. I think Power Overwhelming is a nice, I think it's a great card to put in Wild. It is a card that always made Zoo really strong. Now Zoo is a little struggling, but when Zoo is around, Power Overwhelming was always a really insane card, using it on the little tokens. I think where if you want to switch things around a little bit, I definitely think Power Overwhelming is a card that also doesn't look too obvious, but was a card that was really doing a lot for Zoo. And now with Power Overwhelming being gone, they miss a little of the power of some specific strong cards, so there is more room for making new really strong spells again. Icelands, this is a really sad one for me, where I kinda also can understand it. This will really make Freeze Mage unplayable. Without Icelands, Freeze Mage is just gonna be not Freeze Mage anymore. There are definitely gonna be more mages possible with like some burn effects and a lot of damage still, but Iceland's being gone, Freeze Mage already had a lot of nerfs during last year. Everything went into the direction of a nerf to a Freeze Mage, and now I really think it hurts to say this as a player that came from 2014-2015 with Freeze Mage, where I have played it also at BlizzCon, where I have a lot of great feelings. It really hurts me to like let the class go. I learned it already this year, where I slowly let my Freeze Mage soul let it go. And here I think we are, I am at the final point where I have to say goodbye to Freeze Mage. Yeah, it's gonna be, it really was a thing, but now with Emperor also rotating out and with Iceland's gonna be gone, guys. Mad Scientist was already not there anymore. It's really... Of course there can come new cards out, but it's gonna be... we have to let it go, I think. We have to let it go. And the last card that will also rotate to Wild from the standard set is gonna be Conceal. I definitely think Conceal is one of the cards... they had some options, but I definitely think it had to be either Conceal or Auctioneer. Because I think Miracle Rogue, and also it has been around so long. I kind of expected that something will change about it. That it will be either Auctioneer, either Conceal, maybe still some Leroy or some other rogue card preparation. But I can see that it went for Conceal. It's also an annoying mechanic sometimes to play around. I have had games in tournaments where, yeah, they go questing, Conceal. And then they attack me for 10 in the face, they conceal me again. So it's definitely, when there are two of them in a deck, it can sometimes be really annoying. I wouldn't really mind facing one, but when it gets two, it's also really cheap. It definitely is not a broken card, don't get me wrong. This card is not broken at all. It's not mega strong compared to other cards. But it's maybe it's an annoying mechanic to play against. It is a really cheap card, and these cheap cards can be, yeah, really abused. And that is what currently happening. Why are these 1 mana cards being going to Wild? Well, they are all have power to be getting abused. Where I don't think they are broken at all, but they have the possibility, because of their cheap cost, to be abused. And that is why I'm just happy. I think in general, I didn't even mind which cards went too much to Wild. I'm just happy changes happen. I think changes is improvement. Especially for Hearthstone, the danger of Hearthstone is when the things are becoming really stale, meta is not changing. Well, changing, I'm always happy when there's a little change happen. Now with the Buccaneer nerf also coming up, it's only one card, guys, but something is changing, and that is a great thing for Hearthstone. So I'm really happy with the decision of Blizzard here, coming with this announcement. Another important thing, and this is a really important topic for all players here that are also having some of these cards, because you're probably thinking, no, my Ragnaros, he is going to Wild and I lose a card. In some way it is true, he is indeed going to Wild, but Blizzard will give you full refund on the legendary in Dust. So you don't even have to... let Ragnaros go. You can keep Ragnaros, and once Ragnaros rotates to Wild, when that will happen, you are getting the full dust for Ragnaros, but you can also keep Ragnaros. So that will mean, if you have now a Ragnaros, keep the Ragnaros, and at the end, when Ragnaros will rotate out to Wild, you just get 1600 dust for free. Well, kind of for free, for the card that is now going to Wild. And this is the same for a golden version. If you are lucky enough that you have a golden Rag or a golden Sylvanas, you will get 3200 dust for it. And yeah, you can also think about this now. If for whatever reason, guys, you have 3200 dust available, you are, for example, I think so, able to craft a golden Ragnaros, and you will get the 3200 dust back. But only do that when you don't have Ragnaros itself, because otherwise you already have probably Ragnaros, and it doesn't matter if you have a golden and a neutral one, only the best one counts. So that means that only you only get dust for the golden one and not for the neutral one, if I'm correct on this. So that's definitely great. I think it's definitely great for Sylvanas and Ragnaros. These were the two legendaries. I always had when I had the question of which legendaries should I craft, I always came up with first Ragnaros, because he's also really cool, and I think it's definitely a legendary people enjoy to play with. than Sylvanas, because they are neutral legendaries, they are not class legendaries, and Telnos. Well, now with Sylvanas and Ragnaros rotating out, I think these are the two legendaries that are owned the most by players. So really nice that, yeah, you just get your dust back. So you don't lose a legendary, you can just get another legendary afterwards. Then another really big thing, and this is the thing I am the most excited about personally. I think this is definitely a great thing for the competitive part of Hearthstone. For the year of Mammoth, our release cycle will include a 130 card expansion as the start of a year, a 30 card expansion in the middle of a year, and a 30 card the end of the year. 3 expansions this year, guys. Not 2 expansions, 1 adventure, or well, how did they do it with 2 adventures? No, we will get 3 expansions, and I definitely think expansions are is what Hearthstone needs. I think 4 months is on the side where I think it's good. I think it's on the long side of it's good, but it's good. I would say every 3 or 4 months you need some way of a change in the game. And I'm just really happy that they will all be expansions now. The problem that I had with adventures was a little bit that, yeah, we are getting now 40 or 50 new cards in the game. But it felt a little bit, it felt often like it didn't change the meta. It just supported the meta. So what an adventure often did was, we had popular decks, we had meta decks around, and an adventure came out. Oh, there were some good cards in the adventure. Let's put them into the already existing meta decks, and that was so it didn't really feel that an adventure was really doing something itself. It was really, oh, we already have 26, 28 cards of this meta deck. There will be coming 1 or 2 new cards now in it. For a professional or for a competitive player, it didn't really feel that adventures were adding much to the game. So I'm really happy that we are now getting big expansions, big meta changes. I also really hope these expansions are going to be a lot of good cards, that we're going to have like 130 cards, and that they also will be really game changing. I think with now also cards removing to wild with 3 expansions rotating out, I definitely think there is big room for new strong cards again. So really happy to also see that. Also, just for all these expansions, there will be still an adventure mode, so you can do them step by step. So there will be in-game adventure modes added to the game where you can get some of these cards itself. And then there is one more thing. There is also a rogue hero, a new rogue hero. Maiev Shadowsong is coming into Hearthstone, and I think we are all getting this one for free, guys. Just win 10 games of Hearthstone in standard or casual mode after the next expansion, and you get her. So, and the rogue, really cool. I was already wondering, when are there more heroes coming into Hearthstone? Well, we have now a new rogue hero challenging Valira, and we all get it for free. Just gotta play 10 games. So yeah, this was the announcement that Blizzard made yesterday. It came as a little, I really didn't really saw it coming, but as I already said, and you might get out of this video, I think this is really good news. I'm super happy. I think something changing is already good, and some of these announcements, changing some cards to wild, 3 expansions a year. I'm really excited about Hearthstone in 2017, guys. So hope you are as excited about it as me, and thank you for watching.